Hey! Hi there! I saw you hand in the application form at the front desk earlier. You're new here. Oh, no need to be shy. We were all new at some point. I'm sure you'll get comfortable in this space rather quickly. Trust me, everyone in the club will be happy to have you here. I'm Elizabeth, by the way. It's very nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, a very nice name indeed. It suits you. Really? Sorry, I forgot to ask. Do you know anyone here tonight? I really don't want to take up your time and force myself onto you as some sort of personal tour guide. If you're already meeting up with a friend or something. No. Then what brings you to the Cats Club? Well, most people sign up after someone recommends the place. It's still more of a insider's tip, after all. Oh, really? Like a gift card? Oh, that's really nice of your friends to support you in such a stressful time. What a really thoughtful gift. And I think they may have had the right idea. The Cats Club can definitely help you gain back some energy. The cosy atmosphere, a hot drink at the cafe, and some snuggles might just be what you need. What do you mean, sorry? There aren't supposed to be any animals here. I'm honestly confused by your question. Cats? Oh gosh. Did your friends tell you that this was like a cat cafe? Oh, that's pretty funny. I wonder whether they did it on purpose. That would be a great prank. Oh, I don't know how best to tell you this, but I doubt you'll find a single kitty cat here. CAT stand for Community Against Touch Starvation. In short, this is a cuddle club. Hey, don't be embarrassed, darling. There's no need to get all flustered. You thought it was one thing and now it's another. It happens. Besides, I am certain a membership here is way more expensive than a cat cafe. I'm actually surprised your friends didn't notice the difference, so it's on them, really. You've already got the 1-year membership, and as far as I remember, it's non-refundable. You might as well get some use out of it. Come on. Stay. Just for a while, sweetheart. At least for a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate. Whichever you'd like, they're complimentary. If you leave now, you may never come back, and then your subscription goes to waste. I really think you'll like it here, if you get to know the other people a bit. There's absolutely no pressure to get into any actual cuddles, if you don't want to. You can always say no to anything you don't feel comfortable with. The club has very strict rules when it comes to consent and respecting boundaries. Tell you what, how about I show you around the place and you make your decision afterwards? Just to see whether you like the vibes and to get a feel what the club stands for. Would you be okay with that? Yeah? Alright, let's get going. Where to start? You've already seen the front desk and the cloakroom, right? Okay, well, this right here is the main area, I would call it. It's still a little early in the evening, so there's barely anyone here right now. Usually there's way more people about. It's the ideal spot for chatting, hanging out, card games and light snuggles. And if you follow me this way, you can see the cafe. The hot chocolate here is amazing. You should try it sometime. And as you can see, there's different types of seating here too. There's bar stools, armchairs, couches, whatever you prefer. They reflect different levels of comfort with touch. Like, if you're on a bar stool, no one will attempt to snuggle you. They're not made for it. If you're on a couch, however, you get what I mean? Exactly. Now, if you look over there, you can find the private rooms down the hallway. Some people aren't comfortable with cuddling out in the open, and they prefer a bit of privacy. So that's what those rooms are for. Unfortunately, you can only get in with a premium membership these days, since the demand is rather high and there's only a few available. If you'd like to take a look at them one time, I'll be more than happy to let you in though. Free of charge, you just need to ask. Oh, and the first door here leads to the quiet room. It's open to all members, but like the name suggests, you just have to be really quiet in there. It's meant for napping. We've got one last stop on this tour, if you're up for it. I promise it'll be worth it. Okay? Alright, just follow me up the stairs here. I think you might really like it up here. It's perfect for anyone who's a bit shy. The lights are dimmed, so it's really cozy and no one can see how flustered you get. Oh, I'm joking, sweetheart. Relax. See? It's lovely up here. And in all seriousness, this is my favourite part of the club as well. All of the couches, soft pillows and warm blankets. I've spent more days up here than I'd like to admit. How about we sit down and chat a little bit more? As I already told you, I think it'd be best for you to get to know some of the other members a bit. And why not start with me, right? Here, you take the couch and I'll pull up a chair. Don't worry, darling. They're really quite comfy, and you can keep the couch all to yourself. Now, if you don't mind, how about I introduce myself a bit? Okay, let's see. I joined the Cats Club the day it was founded, so I've been a member for just under 2 years. I'm close friends with the owner. That's how I found out about the club so quickly. I'll admit though, just like you feel now, I was a bit hesitant at first. When they invited me, I initially only signed up to support my friend's business idea. They were rather pushy about it. It took a while, but after some time I realised they were just trying to look out for me. Back then, I had just ended a long-term relationship, and the sudden lack of physical contact just really got to me. Especially when my love language is physical touch. I definitely wasn't ready for a new relationship at that point. I'd barely gotten over the breakup. So, the club gave me a healthy way to relieve some of my touch starvation, and I got to meet a whole lot of new friends. In the end, I think signing up was the best choice I could have made at the time. So, what about you, sweetheart? You've already told me you're going through a stressful time, and that's how you, involuntarily ended up here. I guess what I'm trying to ask is, how comfortable are you with touch? Do you crave it at all? I assume so. Touch starvation is quite common nowadays. It's not easy to get that kind of affection outside a relationship. Even if it's entirely platonic, it's seen as inappropriate most of the time. Well, apart from here, of course. The Cats Club is a judgment-free zone. You can voice your needs freely here. And it can be a bit awkward to start. Most members felt that way at first. Physical touch is a rather intimate gesture after all. It requires a certain level of trust and consideration for one another. It's best to start small and to work your way up, to see where your boundaries are. It's a bit hard to explain the steps, but it just sort of develops naturally, you know? If you'd like, I could try and show you. You'd be free to stop at any point if you're uncomfortable. Yeah? I'm glad to hear you're willing to try. I'm surprised you've warmed up to the idea of a cuddle club so quickly. It must have been quite the shock at first, I imagine. We could start by holding hands. You can lay yours into mine whenever you're ready. Okay, sweetheart? There we go. And I'll just gently run my thumbs over the back of your hands. Like this. It feels good, right? It's a nice way to get used to being touched again, after being deprived of it for so long. How about we stay like this for a little while before moving on? We can keep getting to know each other in the meantime. I meant to ask you, if the promise of snuggling kitty cats was the reason you showed up in the first place, you must quite like them then. Oh, I see. Leaving a pet behind can certainly take away from the excitement of moving to your first apartment. I take it your childhood home is quite far away. I unfortunately can't say I relate. I grew up in this city, and I never left it for more than a couple of weeks for vacation. But hey, that's the beauty of being human, isn't it? Everyone has different experiences. Speaking of experiences, how do you feel about this? My hand, my thumb. Are you still comfortable? If so, would you like me to go a step further? Not a big step, I promise. Okay, very well. You can move your hands along my arms if you'd like. And I'll do the same with yours. I'd like you to start, sweetheart. You set the pace. That's it. Just like that. All the way up to my shoulders. Now run your fingers back down to my wrists. How does my skin feel against yours? It's nice, isn't it? I've got to say, sweetheart, you're very soft. I like how gentle your hands are. I'm really glad you're enjoying this as well. I can tell you're already looking a bit more relaxed than when I first met you at the entrance. You seemed a bit tense earlier. Really? Oh, you're too kind, sweetheart. I'm really glad to hear that I helped you feel more comfortable. I was afraid I might have scared you off for a second, which would have been a real shame. You're a lovely person. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fluster you. but it's true though. I'd like to see you here more often. Oh, and what would that one condition be? Huh? Oh, no. No, it's not a problem at all. Of course you can sit in my lap. In fact, I'd love that. It's not an issue for me. I'm just surprised you'd even suggest it. I didn't think you'd be ready to try it so soon. Come here then, darling. Sit down, facing me. You're even cuter up close. Oh, where did all your confidence go? You look so flustered. It's okay, sweetheart. You don't have to look at me in the eyes if you're feeling a bit shy. It's okay. If you like, you can rest your head on my shoulder. Yeah, it's completely fine. Are you okay with me holding you like this? I could even play with your hair if you'd like. Yeah. Here we go, sweetheart. Are you comfortable? Okay. Just let me know if it becomes too much. I want this experience to be nice and cozy for you. You know, darling, it's been quite a while since I warmed up so quickly to a new member. If you're up for it, we can do this again sometime. Oh, sorry. I'm talking as if it was over already. No, of course we don't have to stop yet. We can take as much time as you'd like. After all, I can feel how relaxed you are right now. You're basically melting into my arms. I've got you. You feel so warm, sweetheart. You deserve this. You deserve these warm cuddles. I've got you. Let's just stay here for a while and take a small nap like this. Just for a while.